Big damage out for Toxic onto Extinction, who might just go extinct right here, right now. He's got mad shields. It is reflecting a lot of damage back to Toxic. Lots of damage reflected back to the guy over and over. Might be in a lot of trouble into an abyss for a second. Breath right after. Toxic with a vanish. Does go for a Garrote. There's going to be a block out for Extinction. The one I'll have a breath to follow up, but he does throw a Phoenix Flame into the Rogue's face. The Rogue just sees a couple of dots. Cheap shot, but the shields are in. Toxic might just die to those shields. I think he's just dead to the shields. But he's got some big Envenom. Cauterize. Isn't enough. Extinction needs a heal, but the dots do take it. Toxic, that is a lot of damage out of you, my man. That is a lot of damage. Lordy. Oh my god. That was a lot, man. That was a lot. Corbett is going to be up next, however. Damn. Toxic chilling. God, man, that was an opener there. That was an opener. Shields versus poison and bleeds. Sorry for being doing tomorrow on YouTube. Sounds good, Johnny. I'll definitely need you. Looks like Plush might be out tomorrow, so you'll be my go-to man, yeah? You'll get one group, I'll get the other. Cobra does spawn in an Aura Fiend. I think he had to spawn one in, right? Hey. Backstep on him, Jack should have been slapped. Dude, that would have been awesome, actually. Imagine Shadowlands had a Nax 3.0 raid, but like their own themed or whatever. Maybe like make some unique mechanic or copy some of the mechanics, have a proper patchwork fight, very similar to the original, but give us like some cool new stuff too, right? Like an homage, right? An homage to it. Like ideally, the idea of it is definitely cool. It definitely didn't work out, but the idea is definitely neat. Mortal sent on Toxic with a bolt right after. Does go for a fear. Collect shadows for Toxic just to keep the pressure on Cobra with the Kingsbane. He's got him some Deathmark in a little bit. I wonder if he just goes in to commit Deathmark and Kingsbane and just pummel both of those into Cobra, or just separate the two. I think he just might separate the two for a little bit. Cobra is taking a decent bit of dot damage from the Kingsbane though. It is hurting. Dropping down Infernal. No out for Toxic. Does go for advantage. I don't know if he's dotted. Somehow walking up the ramp, up the tombstone, and it just wasn't quite letting him get over the hump, unfortunately. Damn. As Cobra does have himself an Inferno, Succubus with the eye getting picked up on Toxic, unless he's in a good spot. Let's go for a gouge. He's gonna try to see if he can get our dot in. Trinkets, Garrotes under Cobra. This could be an opportunity. Kill the shot, Kingsbane, everything is available. No Kingsbane, Deathmark. This could be an opportunity for some big damage though. Mortal wall for Cobra with a wall with fear right after. Immolate onto Toxie. That bolt is gonna hurt unless you meld it. Oh, he does meld it. He does meld it. He's still gonna take a lot of damage, but he does end up melding it with a step right after. Gateway to follow. Trying to see if he can step halfway through. He's got evasion. That's gonna help reduce some of the magic damage. Maybe. Wait. Ah, nah. Never mind. Actually, he doesn't play the right hero spec. He's playing Fatebound Coin Rogue. And so you wouldn't be able to, what's this? You would not be able to, what am I thinking of? He wouldn't be able to, what am I thinking of actually? He wouldn't be able to evasion defensive the magic damage. There's like a hero talent choice node in the Deathstalker tree where if you press evasion, you also take 20% less magic damage. There's nothing like that for Fatebound. So I was thinking like, oh, he's evasion defensively. Nah. You're just pressing just to press a button at that point. Like, nothing else is available. Never mind. I wonder though if he had the 20% DR, he probably could have lived a little longer. Trade stuns back to back by Rick and Cobra, but both of them do end up dodging each other. And Rick and himself a whole army of demons. The Doom Guard and everything is available. The Shadow Fiend does come through, or Overfiend does come through with bows back to back into Rick, but it just stopped breaking past his defenses. Chaos Mother is just barreling down everything at Cobra, not feeling good whatsoever. It is gonna go down to a couple of demon bowls though. Who's up next? Is it gonna be Eloise? Tama? One of you guys gotta go, right? Pretty sure. I didn't even realize you guys picked up a Shadow Priest. You got Shallan. Oh, you got the new mount? I think it's the new mount. Looks cool. Looks good. Who's up next? He's literally got a Felguard part there. You go? I think I'm talking to Luis. You go. But that thing can immediately charge, yeah. I was actually expecting for that thing to go for Axtos. Axtos as you do round the bend behind that tombstone. And for Rick, all he's got to do is keep those pets sent in. And for Luis, look how much damage Luis has taken and then just shown behind the pillar. Having to go for stones on those pets, unfortunately. Literally having to use damage on those pets because they're going to hurt. Blur is up. Hunt to follow. Does go for a bit of a reflect. That's going to be Sigil of Fear. Does not connect. That's where Rick is just going to try to see if he can get himself some damage. Mortal to follow. Eloise might be in a bit of trouble. Maybe looking for an immunity here. Definitely needs to get on top of Rick with full meta and everything. That's going to be a little bit of cleave. Stun right after. That could be an opportunity for you to make some damage happen. Darkness down. Abyssal Gaze. Whatever damage you can pull out right now into Rick. This is right now the most amount of damage you can do. As soon as you leak Darkness, however, you're going to be under a lot of trouble. Does go for a short stun onto Rick. Not a lot of health available. Does get hit with a fear. It's going to backflip for a second, reduces some of the damage, but Rick is able to continue on with those hits. Back to back either way. Axe toss on Tama does go for a trinket. That's still going to be a bunch of demons surrounding him. Tama does have at least have altar. Rick just trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of recovery. Nether Tempest for a second. Or Nether Ward. Nether Ward, I think it is. Axe toss on the Frost. Will not be able to block for a second. Does go for the altar. Got himself shields. Body, soul ripped out from one another. Oh, no. Got himself at least a bit of shielding. Got himself a bit of lances too. Able to plink away at Rick little by little, but he's just not a lot of health. Does go for the block as Doom procs. I don't know if Doom procced and then you're blocked, or is a block that procced a Doom. But that could have potentially been bad. That Doom could hit really hard. Does get himself an angle to go for a flurry with an altar in case his health really gets really badly. Oh, but it's a Demon Bolt as he altars though. That Demon Bolt was mid-air, you altered, it's still connected. It has such a delay to it. With the pet going in for a final strike. Goair is going to be up next. Got himself big halo damage. Charging over at Rick. Trying to see if he can get over to the guy. Just as long as he gets line of sight. You're looking for the fear. You got to get the proper fear in. Does go for your stun combo. That's a wall out for Rick. Void Torrent to follow. Goair is the last one left over for the team one. Trying to make a play here. Sanity spam back to back onto Rick, who does go for a port. He got himself a Tyrant, is going to send him more pets. He just got to wait and be away from Goair's here as best as he can. Fade for a second. Goair's trying to see if he can break it. It kind of slows. But Rick does not have the most amount of demons here. He's got Tyrant, and I think he's got a Felguard, right? So it should work person here. Might be. Silence. Oh, wait, Goair takes it. Great silence. Great go. It looks like Shallan is also going to be another Archon praised. Got himself a full Halo with burst, unless you are a Void Weaver. Are you? Wait, no, you are, because you press Halo, but you don't have the halos like radiating in and out. Unless stun. Well, no, yeah, no, he's a Void Weaver. He is a Void Weaver, which is really strong. For Goair, he definitely needs to find a way to do damage while he has Shallan out in the open, because that Void Weaver Rift is going to do a lot of damage every time. It's going to hurt. Try to see if he closes the gap. Silence to follow. Goair does have some defenses. That's going to be dispersed. Fear right after. He has a fear of his own potential. I think that's what he's trying to go for. Does he get it? There's a question. Does go for a fear. That's an opportunity for you to make some damage. Shallan got a full PI and everything. Flay Insanity's back to back while silence. That is quite a bit of damage just burning right through Shallan. And Goair is looking for that recovery as best as he can. But does he have enough? Shadow Crash does not connect. He doesn't have the Shadow Crash that chases the target. He has the one that targets on the ground instead. Man. This could be anyone's game here, actually. Priest versus Priest is not an easy. I don't know how much mana Goair has, though. That's the problem. I don't see spamming, so it might be spent the mana for a bit. Fade for Fade. Fear does connect. He's not going to get the second Fear, unfortunately. But does get himself Void Torrent, a bit of damage on Shallan. He's going to go for a stun right after. Flame Insanities doing a bit of damage, though. Those Flame Insanities do a lot. He just got to get more procs of those. That's literally what his playstyle is. Get procs for Flame Insanities, and those will do a ton of damage. The Dark Ascension. Halo. This is going to give him a lot of procs, actually. Every Halo is going to give him that, the proc for big sanities. Fear gets out of it. Silence to follow. Shallan just slow down. Limit on health. Oh, and you just melt him down. Just beaming him. There it is. Yo, Archon Priest just sneak up on you. I feel like when you see the Void Weaver Priest, it's all about that big rift. You see it from a mile away. You see that damage. With the Archon Priest, once they get that big drain, once fuck up all those flays, your health could just null immediately. It's a lot of damage. It hits him pretty hard too. Field is going to be up next versus Goair's. Giving him as much of an honor duel opportunity, he had 50% dampening. You ain't going to be able to get a lot of healing. Goair's at least able to mana up at the beginning. Stun immediately onto the Paladino. Void Torrent to follow. He's got him some immunity to magic damage. Goair's may just have to go for Disperse here to counter the immunity. He does go for Disperse. That's going to put him in a weird spot though, because now he won't have any other counters for damage from Field. Does go for a Fear. Keep him next to that image. Trying to keep him kind of nearby. It doesn't connect with another Fear. Got himself at least a little bit of healing. Into a side feed for a second, reducing the man's healing. Got himself Halo, potential lots of damage. This could be huge. Filled might just have a bubble. Lay on hands by knees. He just spamming Flames Insanities with a VE. That gives him a lot of healing. Void Torrent to follow. Bunch of DPs. Is it going to be enough though? Shield of Vengeance. Barely keeping him alive. Searing Glare to follow. He's still got dots. With the Hodge, I think it's over for Guerreros. This way you would have loved to have it dispersed. Barely any health though. I think it's over. Fate for a second, but dotted. Rotted. There's just so much you can do. Rick picking up 3, but Guerreros was valiant trying to see if he can bring it back for his team. Picking up 2. Told you, as soon as you disperse there, it's like you're gonna wish you needed it later. Immediately, it's probably a solid trade of this high dampening. But there's just gotta be, unless you have like another defensive man. Unless you have another defensive, I don't know what else you can really do.